Hello, welcome to the series about Rugby League betting review for the Leeds against Castleford game, which is live on Sky tonight. Should be a decent game. Always a big battle between these two. Obviously, season's pretty much over now for Castleford. They can't get into the top four. I mean, they're safely in the Super 8. I'd imagine they're probably a settled flat at the start of the season, but no, I don't think there's ever, you can never call this a dead rubber for Castleford. I mean, it's a massive game going to Wembley. The big rivals Leeds, they love to beat them. The fans will be travelling there in force as they always do to Wembley, so they'll be really up for this one, I would imagine. Now, there's no real pressure on them, so you'd imagine they'll throw the ball about a little bit, try and get us. I can see a lot of points in this game. Now, Leeds are conceding 14 points on the handicap. Now, their biggest worry has to be deja vu. I mean, this time last year they won at Wembley, then they didn't win again for the rest of the season. Now, they've lost the last two since Wembley, and let's be honest, they were awful in France. I know the few players rested or injured last week, but I mean, their performance was very, very flat. They weren't very good the week before against Saints. You could have put that down to being the week after Wembley, but didn't have that excuse last week. So it's very hard to have real faith that the Rhinos can win this by that many. I mean, the 2-11 as well leads to win the game, and again that's very short. But then look at Castleford, 7-2. I mean, okay, they come back really well against Saints last week, but the defending was terrible for both sides. And the week before they were badly beaten at Huddersfield, despite I think went 10-0 up early doors, and they've got to try with that last throw of the game. They've got to try from Solomon and length of the field with the game already won. I think Huddersfield had took the foot off the pedal a little bit with the buzzer had gone. So I mean, it's neither side are actually in great form at the moment. Now Castleford lost the last three, but in all three, they've managed to score over 20 points. Now this is probably where the value is for me. I think Leeds to win the game, but Castleford to score 20 plus points. That's about 11-4. I think that's probably where I see this. I could definitely see this with no pressure on Castleford. They may as well go and score tries, give the fans something to shout about. You definitely see Leeds scoring points. Now in the league game between these two at League, Castleford won the game and Leeds scored 20 plus points. Now that's 9-1, but I do think get the feeling Leeds will get over the line. I mean, as for the handicap in this one, when I say it's 14, and I can't really trust either side on that. Like I said, if Leeds get on a roll, Castleford, they've nothing to play for. We've seen a few teams this season where they've nothing to play for Lurton in games, and they've shipped a lot of tries in the last 20. And like I said, the Leeds really need to win by that many. You've got, I mean, the points difference now is about 60 between them and Wigan. So if we're gonna catch Leeds and win the league leaders, it'd have to be on points. So I'd imagine that all Leeds want now is a win today and a win next week against Huddersfield. So I'm not so sure. Like I said, I like that 11-4. Me, I must admit, but Leeds to win. I do think they'll get home. Just maybe about 11 to 15 points, something like that. Well, that's about 5-1. It's another bit of value, but something like that. 11-4. That's where I'm looking. So that's probably better value. First try scores, like I said Solomon. We saw him 2 weeks ago in the game at Huddersfield. He scored the last try. I think we've done that a bit lately. It's been quite frustrating with the players we've tipped to have scored the last, not the first week. No reason why you can back the last try scorer. If you're having a couple of pounds on the first try scorer, have a pound on first and last, split your stake. But I do think Solomona, maybe someone like Joel Moon as well. He's back at centre now, and he combines well with Ryan Hall. He scores a good percentage of first tries for Leeds, if I'm honest. So I think this would be Moon and Solomona for me on this market. Now, as for the man of the match, now I think it'll be all about Sinfield. I mean, obviously Leeds should play at home in the semi-finals now. They need one more win to guarantee a home semi-final. So this will be Sinfield's penultimate game at Henley. Now that won't go unnoticed by the Sky team. Game at Henley for the Rhinos anyway. It won't go unnoticed by the Sky team. So at about 6-1, I think that's good enough value. And as Casa had to get home, and now Miguel's 10-1, but he's won the Albert Goldthorpe medal already, which basically means he's controlling the game for Casa every week. So you can see why he gets a good percentage. Now 10-1 is not great odds when you bear in mind that they're 7-2 to win the game. But it's hard to really look anywhere else than Gale is. So I mean, he's the obvious tip. It's a boring tip maybe, but he's the obvious one. So it's got to be Gale and Sinfield for me, and the man in the match betting. They're there for a reason. They control the game for both sides. So I mean that's it really. But tomorrow we've got the big Saints Wigan derby. Both teams going for second. I mean Wigan can still get first if Leeds slip up. So we'll see what happens there. Now we'll see you then. Ta-ra.